student athletes, allow them to leave and get on the bus, and then we'll have questions for Coach Hughes. Coach, Raven, you want?
I mean, what an unbelievable environment just to be a part of. I know it's difficult for the opponent to come in here and play, that's for sure. I can't imagine there's a better atmosphere in college baseball, and that's been like that for a long time around here. So throw on the fact that one of the most dominating pitchers in college baseball today was pitching against us in a rabid atmosphere, a rabid environment. You know, you just got to pick your spots if you even get one versus Hagen. And then hopefully you execute, and you know it went our way. We had some things go our way, but we took advantage of the big inning and the only opportunity we had to score against him. We took advantage of it, and fortunate to have kids execute and slow down the moment on the big stage. And then we asked some of our athletes to get out of their comfort zone a little bit, and like asking Tyson to get 10 outs for us. And it's that time of year when people go above and beyond, and you get to see what kind of competitors you have and know that you have in your dugout. And I just love seeing them have success because they've paid the price for the moment they had tonight, and they know that it's not over, and we're still greedy, and we have a lot of work to do. But they should enjoy the moment for the time being.
Questions for student athletes? Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah. Hey, Kalen, you guys hadn't done much against Hagen through 4 innings. What changed in the 5th, first of all, and then in your at-bat, what happened there?
I think it's because it was like the 3rd time going through the lineup, so we had a sense of like how his pitches moved and what he threw and things like that. So, I mean, I think it was just seeing them for the 3rd time and, you know, getting acclimated to all the pitches that he had and just coming up with a plan, you know, mid-game, things like that.
And your at-bat in particular?
My at-bat, I mean, he got me the first 2 at-bats with a few really good pitches, but, you know, I wanted to be the guy to deliver in a big moment, and that's exactly what I did. I saw a good pitch, and I didn't miss it.
Kalen, you mentioned your relationship with Hagen Smith, I think today after the other game. What was that like on Team USA?
It was great. He's a great kid. He's a fierce competitor. He plays the game the right way, plays the game well. I mean, he's a great person overall, on and off the field. So,
Kalen, as for the offense as a whole, like, what's the mindset going up against a guy like Hagen?
Swing at good pitches, make him throw strikes pretty much. Stay in the zone, don't swing at his pitch. I think Coach Waits did a really good job of giving us a plan, and I think we stuck with it. It kind of didn't go our way the first few innings, but, you know, hey, that's baseball. So, no, we did pretty good.
And Tyson, it seemed like Arkansas had a bunch of guys on base, but for the most part you got out of it. Just kind of what was working for you? How were you able to kind of navigate that traffic?
Just continuing to, you know, try to attack the zone and know that my defense is behind me, and they're great. They're going to make plays, and you're real confident when you're up there and when you know that your defense has got your back. You know, it's not just me. We got 8 other guys on the field making great plays. So, you know, just staying in the moment, you know, attacking the zone.
Tyson, talk about the job that the guy to your left did tonight, going 5 2/3, and I'm sure you guys expected that, but how impressive was that in this environment?
I mean, watching Jackson pitch is almost as fun as pitching. I mean, I feel like I'm right out there on the mound with him almost. He's a true competitor. He's a true pitcher. He's going to hit his spots, and he's got that X factor. Like he's going to control the game. He's going to figure out a way to compete and battle and get into deep into games as he can possibly do. So it was awesome to see that.
Jackson, talk about what it was like in front of this crowd, like Pete was saying, and going against Hagen Smith, kind of one-on-one.
I knew it was going to be a big challenge facing Hagen. He's a great pitcher, been leading the conference and NCAA for ERA and a bunch of other things, and he's a great pitcher. And pitching in this environment's a new thing for me, having all those fans cheering and just learning to just block it out and just focus on the mitt and just do what I have to do, what I've trained for this whole time, just to get to that big moment and just deliver for my team.
Jackson, going back to the fifth inning, they scored a couple of runs and they had a couple of guys on, only one out. How were you able to get out of that inning? Kind of what was the mindset there, and just how did you get out of that?
I had to bear down. I would get the pitch calls from Coach Darrow, and I just knew how to make those great pitches and just to help my team out any way possible and just deliver with the big part.
Yeah, Kalen, you hit for the cycle yesterday/today against Louisiana Tech, and then obviously you get the big home run there in the fifth inning. Can you just talk about what's been working for you overall this weekend and how you guys kind of take that into tomorrow?
I feel like I've been very comfortable. I've been relaxing my mind and slowing the game down a lot better than I have this year. I'm just sticking to my approach. Me and Coach Wade, we've been going over a few approaches and found one that I'm sticking with, and that's just seeing the ball as deep as possible, not getting too antsy, rushing anything. So, yeah, like I said, just slowing the game down.
Kalen, what's the last 24 hours been like? A lot of uncertainty with everything going on.
It's been a wild one. Starting with the canceled game. Having to finish the game this morning. It's been wild, but that's what we play this game for. All the adversity and things like that we have to face. But I'm willing to do that. Moving forward. It's part of the game. It's fun to me, and I feel like I can do this for years to come.
Fellas, good job. See you tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Coach Hughes.
Yeah, right. Pete, in the fifth inning, the two walks were with two strikes, and the two singles the guys were both behind in the counts. What changed in the fifth inning that you guys, worked him and got those hits?
To me, he looked like he was starting to fatigue a little bit. He very seldom gives a team an opportunity to have a big inning. Those numbers are already reflective of a body of work for an entire season. They're amazing numbers. We got lucky. I think we controlled the zone. We were disciplined enough to get a couple walks, and then the opponents were hitting 143 against them for a reason. I'm pretty sure we're not going to tie two hits together in a row. So play a little small ball and put the ball in play and try to build an inning. We got a cheap hit that bounced over the first baseman's head, and that's baseball. But really, you get the big hit by KC. That's what your best player should be doing for you, and that's what he expects to do. So all those things came together, a little luck, a call here or there, a cheap hit, a big hit, and that resulted in the big inning. But we're not going to get many of those opportunities against Hagen. I knew it was going to be a tough one. It was either going to be a pitching duel where a defensive miscue would have decided the game, or it was going to be one of those fluke big innings, and I'm fortunate enough to be on the right side of it.
What's the importance of winning this game for you, and do you know who you would start tomorrow night?
Obviously, when you're 2-0 in regional play, it puts you in a good situation. And kids are starting to get tired too. Day 3 of the tournament, I know our guys are tired, with the game delay and everything. KC said we played this morning, and to me it didn't even feel like it was today. So these kids, we've been maxing them out. I don't know who we're going to throw tomorrow. We'll look at the matchup and who we're going to play, and then make a decision from there.
Coach, you mentioned facing Hagen. I'm curious what you told your team. What was the message before the game when you're going up against a pitcher like that?
I didn't show him the numbers, that's for sure. He's striking out 2 an inning, in the highest level of college baseball. There's only a few people on the planet that can throw 99 miles an hour from the left side and know where it's going. He's unbelievable. So we don't talk too much about that other than staying positive, staying with your approach. handling a little adversity, but making adjustments as the game goes on, and let's hope to hit a mistake if we get one. And really, that's the only way to game plan against him. That's how dominant he is, you know. And look, we didn't bang the ball all over the walls. We hit a home run. We bunted, we walked because that's how good he is. He made us change our offense.
And then English hit the home run there in the eighth. Just kind of, how curious, did it feel like that was as massive a home run as it proved to be?
I mean, I've been around long enough, and when you walk into environments like that, 3-run lead in the ninth means nothing. You know, that atmosphere, I've been all over the place. That's the single most impressive atmosphere I've been in as a baseball player or coach, and that's the first time I've been to Fayetteville. So I knew a 3-run lead. It's just, we just needed one more. We were up 2, right? Then we get one more, and I said that was huge. And I think we got one of the best closers in the country on the mound. And I said, 3-run lead, that was huge, you know. But he was tired, Tyson, right? He got to get 10 outs for us. That's not common. But there's no lead safe in an environment like this, at this level of college baseball. And, you know, there's a reason why Arkansas has won 44 games. They do it every year. They know how to win, and a lot of those wins come late. So you just got to keep your head down and keep grinding and keep tacking on runs. And we were lucky to get one more tonight.
Pete, I looked up Jackson's numbers again, and they're not impressive for the season. And forgive my ignorance, but were you surprised how well he threw? Why was he your Game 2 starter? And just talk about the job he did.
He's been outstanding this year, honestly. Yeah, I mean, he's got over 100 strikeouts, you know, like 20-something walks. That's a ratio that's pretty good in the highest level of college baseball. I'm not sure what stats that you saw that brought you to that conclusion.
Up again, it said 1-4 and 8.72. Am I looking at the wrong guy?
I think so. I think you look at it last year's. Yeah.
Okay.
He's a really good pitcher this year. That's why we threw him.
Obviously. So.
Yeah. No, he's transformed himself, and our pitching coach Darrow has done a phenomenal job with him. Yeah. So you got me on that one. That's the most enjoyment I get out of all of this is watching those guys just play with smiles on their face, and there's no pressure. They're playing free. They're playing to win. You know, they're playing for that KS on their chest. They truly are. To me, that's what it's all about. That's why we got great kids, and when they play for something bigger than them and they realize it, it's pretty awesome.
Coach, we'll let you go.
Yep. Thank you, guys. Yep.